The first chapter in the second part, What Effective Leaders Should Do, talks about a habit reinforcing system. And, we have Habit Lead that does some soft skills training, and they're a sponsor. But talk to the audience about what you learned as far as reinforcing habits, because I think that's huge.
Well, I want to tell you another story. Years ago, my wife and I were early in our marriage, and I married late. I didn't get married till I was 35, and my wife's younger than I am. And we decided to join Weight Watchers because we couldn't seem to get fit and stay fit. And I don't know what people know about Weight Watchers. At one time, it was a couple $1 billion organization, and they have a pretty simple model that you go in and register with them. This was back before we had apps and all that kind of stuff. You go back and register, and they give you a little check sheet of saying, you really ought to drink more water and keep track of how much you're drinking. And you should do a little more exercise. And by the way, come in once a week and we'll measure how your weight's doing. And for those who really want to get good, after you weigh yourself, go in the back room and talk to some people that are also on the program, and they can share things that are working or not. And so I was traveling a lot. We would do this, and I got amazing results. I mean, I would lose 10, 15 pounds in 3 weeks, 4 weeks if I followed that program. But after a while, we had to drive across town. We paid $15 for doing this. I said to my wife, "This is stupid. We could just go into our bathroom and weigh ourselves, and we got this little checklist. I can do that in a spreadsheet, right? And so we tried this twice. We put it up on the mirror, the little checklist and all that stuff. And you know what happened every time we did that?
Nothing.
We went off. Nothing. Nothing happened. That's exactly right. Nothing happened. We went off the wagon. And that taught me one of the deepest lessons about humans, that we say one thing and do another, is the only thing stupider, excuse my bluntness, the only thing more stupid for me than not being able to work out on my own is not admitting that I will work out on my own. That's even more stupid. And so finally, my wife and I hire a coach. We pay money to have this guy tell us to do and make us do things we already know how to do. But we don't do it without it.
Yeah, I think so. In some regards, that's part of what I have to do. I mean, I think I always bring some insights. I think I can say that humbly. But part of it is what you're saying. I work with leaders who are struggling, and they sometimes know what to do, but they just don't do it.
Well, I would say 80%. I asked one of my coaches actually today this question. I said, how many of the people we work with already know what to do? And he said, I think 80% of what we cover, they know how to, they already know they should do it, but they don't. And so the middle section of the book is, there is a complication here. I give a simple example of Weight Watchers, which involves just me.
Yes.
So the system for getting me to do this is relatively simple. But what happens when you've got an organization of 5 people, 10, 20, 50, 100, 1,000? All of a sudden, you've got every one of those human beings in and out of their disciplines, and the collective impact of it creates chaos in an organization. And so you're left with a huge challenge as a new leader. Remember, I told you I started I was the first employee, and we grew to 500 employees, 50% a year. And I could tell you the business didn't work at all like it did when I was 5 of us. And I had never seen a company that was 20 people. I had never seen a company that was 50 people or 100. And so by definition, our growth was always taking me into an area I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And so this middle section is really, it's kind of boring to read because we just extracted best practices from things like Six Sigma, the Baldrige Quality Award process, the European EFQS process, things that have been proven over the years to work. They're basic blocking and tackling, but if you do not do them, you cannot keep a group and a growing organization on the same page. You can't do it.
Yeah.
And so the middle section is boring, but unfortunately, that's where the meat is. Working out is boring, at least for me.